Hello there, and welcome back to the railway. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I transformed my rake of Pullman coaches from this that you can see on screen now to this. Stay tuned and I will show you how I made this transformation. Now here in front of me you can see the rake of 7 Pullman coaches. I have had this rake of coaches for several years and have added to it gradually, including recently the brake coach on the right. But one thing always bugged me about my set of Pullman coaches, and that was that I had grey roofs. At the time I bought these, I didn't know you could get them with white roofs. It was only after I'd bought the almost complete set, where I then saw some with white roofs at model railway shows. And since I already had a complete set, I didn't want to buy any more or indeed sell these and buy a new set. And that's why I'm making these modifications now. So you can see this here, just pointing out this with the scalpel blade. These two, they're representing the pipes that go from the top of the roof down to the sides of the ends of the coach. Now these I have unpinned from the top of the coach roof, and that then allowed me to gently lever off the roof of the coach, and this would allow me to repaint the roof of the coach. I have 5 coaches in this rake that have the same pattern of pipework on the roof, and 2 that have different patterns, as the right with the brake coach and the left with the restaurant car. To repaint the roofs, I'm going to be using this Humbrol acrylic spray. This is number 34 matte white. If ever you're using aerosol sprays, make sure you're using the proper safety equipment such as goggles and a mask if necessary. So this is the first roof I'm going to be respraying using the matte 34 that you see there, and I'm eventually going to use it on all of the coaches you see at the back. So I'll just get that started and I'll show you how it goes. Here you can see my contemporary painting box, and here you can see after the first layer of spray was applied. Some of the coaches needed a couple more layers, some of them didn't, but as you can see it's quite shiny at first just because the paint's still wet. But as you can see here, by the time it dried it has a nice matte finish to the roof. And here you can see it compared with the grey roofs on all of the other coaches, and I think it now looks much better. And you can also see as well that the paint didn't affect too much the details on the roof. Now there's a slight scuff here, I'll just try and get a better angle for it. You can see a slight scuff here where I managed to scuff it while it was drying. I might touch that over with a bit of acrylic paint. And on the right hand side there's a little bit of a fingerprint. Now for the rest of the coaches I tried to remove them with the bars still attached to the roof. Mostly being because this one here, the brake coach, it was incredibly difficult to get it all removed off the roof. You can see there is a little L that I'd engraved onto the underside of the coach. That's just so I knew which way round the roof went when I needed to refit it back onto the coach. So you can just see it there. But yeah, so I kept the pipes attached to the roof on this model just to see how it would go. So here you can see my technique with spraying, so just gently and very quickly moving back and forth, trying to get an even coating. Take your time with it. And here you can see the finished product. So as you can see, all of the roof and then the pipe work as well is all painted white, and I think it looks much better with the pipe work painted white all the way over rather than just the white on the roof like it is on the real coaches. So here you can see the roof now fitted to the brake coach and the coach I had done first, and you can see the difference here with having the white pipe work. It does look quite nice going down the ends of the coach, as compared to this one which has the black pipes that haven't yet been painted. And I'll now show you the other end of the coach as well, again with the black pipes that aren't painted. And on to the next one. So as you can see with this one, once again I have left the pipes attached to the roof rather than attached to the coach, just so it then has the nice white finish to the pipework. The coach roof that I'm painting now is the buffet or restaurant car roof, and here you can see it replaced back on its original coach. With some of the roofs, as you'll see with this one behind, the pipework didn't stay firmly enough attached to the roof for me to spray it, so I left those on the body of the coach so I could refit them later on, and I added a dab of glue onto the end so it stayed dry. So here you can see me going through painting the rest of the roofs, turning them around, making sure they've all got an even coating, so there's no grey areas on any of the coaches. They're all nice and flat finish to them. So here you can see this roof here, and that's now all of the roofs done and painted, and you can see here the difference that it has made now that I've fitted the roofs back onto every coach and lined them all up in formation, as you can see here. I think it's made an enormous difference painting the roofs, and I'm much happy with how they look now, after being jealous for several months seeing the white roofed coaches on other people's layouts. It's very nice now to have a white set myself. The next modification I'm going to be making with these models is to the bogies on the undersides of the coaches, and I'll show you how that's going. So here you can see I've now painted yellow dots on each axle box of every coach, and you can see it's made a big difference, and I think it adds a nice detail to the coaches. You can see all of the brake ones as well. So now I'll just go into a quick running session showing you the different angles with these coaches going around the layout, and as I've said many times already, I think it's made a big difference and a very nice improvement. And it's a very unique set now, being the only set I have with white roofs. And as the train goes into the tunnel, I thought now would be a brilliant time to show off one of my new purchases I made whilst at Model World Live this last weekend. And here it is. Yep, that's right. I now have a green Deltic. As you can see, the Deltic fits in really nicely with these newly painted roofs of the coaches, and it stands out very nicely, and it's a beautiful model, and there will be a review coming in the next few weeks. I was just having a bit of fun with some different camera angles, and I found that I could have this one, which you can almost see the whole layout from, which I thought was quite fun. With the new layout to the station as well, I really love being able to have a train go from the inside lines, as you can see here, and then switching over onto the outside lines, and then it will switch back over when it gets to the points that I installed underneath the bridge on the far side of the layout, which adds a nice different routes that the trains can take. You can also just see there to the left of your screen a little bit of a hint at what's going to be in the next video, with the DAS modelling clay and the rolling pin. So what do you think of the modifications that I've made to my coaches? Do you think I should have left them as they were? Do you like them how they are now? What do you think of my new loco? Do you like the Deltic? Would you prefer it if it were in BR Blue? Let me know down in the comments section below. I'd be very interested to see what you think. So here you can see a better view of what I mean. You can have a train going through, as you can see here, platform 4. And as it will then get to the points here, it will then cross over, going underneath this bridge, and it's then back onto track 1. And it can then do this the whole loop round, which is very fun. This Class 55 is a beautiful model and it runs really well, but as I said earlier, you'll hear more about that in a future video. As you can see here, my little friend is just saying hello to the new loco and making sure that I've not missed any spots on the tops of the coaches. So that'll be all for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please don't forget to give the video a like and indeed subscribe to the channel if you want to see future updates. Don't forget, subscribing is free and there's a little notification icon as well that you can click so you can get notified every time I upload a video. So thank you for watching, and that's goodbye from me and Lottie, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.